Whoa, my it always smells like someone's burning in here. Restart the computer. I feel like so weird today. In the past 2 days, really weird. Yesterday I had all the energy in the world. Oh, how do I get that back? I do not know. But yeah, how are you guys? How's life? How's everything? Why do I feel like I have a hangover right now, but I'm not? Like I feel sick, but I'm not sick. It's crazy. We're hitting the second tier of snowstorms right now. I hope it like snows like crazy and just never ends. That would be kind of nice. Then I won't have to go out today. Your girl's going out today. The Acer is loading. But yeah, how are you? How are you guys? I don't know. I feel a little bit like defeated today. Just like mentally. I question myself a lot. Because I feel like lately I've been doing everything wrong and I don't know why. Mostly because I feel like I'm doing a lot more action than I'm used to. And very fiery and like really like direct. But I can't tell if it's in the right way or if I'm doing it in a way that's actually like becoming a downfall or if it's becoming like what it is. And I don't know what it is. It's just like this intense fieriness inside that is causing me to be a bit more reactive, and I used to be reactive. I feel like I'm hitting a place where I was back in high school where I was reactive towards things where I'm actually acting on them, so it doesn't make me angry, or it doesn't make it as bad. I don't know how to explain it. And then right now, it's just like so much of this reactive energy or like this fiery energy that's happening inside right now. It's making me act up and like do things that usually are very out of character or like say the things that need to be said. And sometimes I question if all of this is creating a blindness or if it's like what's meant to like happen, right? Like why now am I getting all of these super fiery energies, but then it's like things keep falling apart more and more, and I can't tell if it's like me just fully fucking myself over or if I'm actually doing the right thing. I don't know. Sometimes I get in that weird headspace. And it just felt like sitting through it and actually thinking and like wondering if it's the right way or if it's the wrong way. You just kind of have to wait and see. I don't know. Like everything I'm doing right now, I feel like is very accurate. Or like I'm standing up and talking about things because they need to be talked about and they need to like be finished. Or like me and my issue with my job that I just got let off about was just more like this place is like falling apart, but did I do the right idea by just going for it? Or am I did I fuck myself over in some way when I should be paying attention more, I guess? I don't know. That's how I'm feeling these days. I'm like, did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? How do I move forward? How do I keep myself secure? Because this is like a whole other scenario where I really live in a world where it really doesn't give a fuck about us, and we are just supposed to be okay with that, and then we're supposed to like follow the same route as it has always been, and then standing up for yourself in those scenarios and being like, hey, that's not right, it tends to be more of a downfall than an upbring, and I don't know what that means. Like, why are we being asked all these questions in ways to push ourselves and move ourselves forward, yet also like not getting or reaping the benefit of it, which I understand that's not always the point. The point is the change in the first place, and when you create the change, it will start to grow. I guess it's just the idea of being the pioneer and the pioneer's success. Who knows? So I don't really know. I just feel like my life is falling apart. I have no direction. Kind of like where I was last year, but way less stressed. And a lot more realistic, which I can't tell if that's a good thing or not. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Sorry, these are like my little morning, my opening stream rant. I don't know. I just like have these thoughts all the time. And you don't ever know if you're doing things right or wrong. It's just based off of how the world reacts to you. Well, then again, it's like there is no right or wrong answer most of the time. It's just you do it, and then you get whatever repercussion comes towards it, right? But I don't know. And like, I feel lost in direction, I guess. And thank God I did school before this whole bullshit's happening. Okay. What are you trying to say there? Maybe it's telling me to set the world on fire. Maybe something better will come out of it if I did. The only thing I ever feel like so sure about is this. And sure about myself. And like, it's just about pushing yourself, or pushing me to get to do these things, to do more. And I should be more excited about it all. I think it's just like the world of impending doom always tends to fall down, and it's kind of scary. So I'm just trying to like work through that and figure it out. It's strange. Anyways, I gotta finish this octopus. We were making an octopus last time, and now we're gonna do it again. Maybe I'm just like feeling a little sick, you know? And I'm supposed to go out tonight. Do I want to go out tonight? Probably not. But whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling really lost because I'm hitting a lot of roadblocks and ends, but I don't really see like how to get myself out of it, or like what I plan to do to move forward. And that's what like stresses me out and scares me. That's all I can do is just keep moving forward, so I just have to push into things that I want to do. Hard. But I will say, last year me would have not been able to do this. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm on like a rant a little bit. I'm on my beginning stream rant. I just have a lot of thoughts today, so I'm like, how does that all come to play? And I'm like a little bit later in the stream. Usually I start at 2 p.m., but today I decided to start at 3, which isn't bad. It's just like, oh, I'm like a little bit tired and out of it today, which usually means there's a lot of thinking and processing involved. But yeah, how are you? I'm doing really good. I'm just like waking up, getting myself situated, a little bit sick, playing a pirate demo I've been waiting for so long. Ooh, what is that? That's so cool. I gotta like see or like have more information about that. That'd be really cool. called Windrose if you want to check. Okay, I'll check it out. No, it's cool. I have my laptop beside me today. Windrose demo on Steam. Videos. Oh, it looks cool. This is just like a normal video on mine. Like I just went on YouTube. Okay, I get it. So you're just a pirate and you're like exploring worlds. And there's like a story. Skyrim-esque, but not really. That's cool though. I like the way that the islands look. Like the palms and the bushes. Why is my thing going off? Yeah, I'm playing for an hour now and it looks fine. Okay, cool. Alright, gotta check it out sometime. I don't know why, like I woke up with like the most insane like headache. And I feel like it's because the weather changed again, and I don't know why. I got killed twice by a board. Great start for my pirate career. Oh my god. A pirate's life for you, my friend. That's crazy. What is happening? Okay, this one's done, this one's done. This one's there. Oh, okay, so this is this way. I'm trying to remember where I left off on this piece. Because it's been a while. Okay, I gotta check out this game now. Because I want to live the pirate's life. Be a pirate myself. Technically, anybody's a pirate if you... Pirate games, which you're not allowed to. Or movies, or whatever. I was thinking about doing one thing. I saw this one streamer yesterday. She was like putting on her Discord that you could do like a movie night and stuff, and I thought that'd be really cute. So I'm like kind of contemplating if that would even be a thing. Maybe a future thing. I think like if when this gets really really big and like stuff starts to happen, then we'll get more traction to do it. But I think that'd be really really cute. And then it's like picking movies too. It's a whole other thing. Since we talk about them so much here. But yeah, I gotta check out that game now. Also, still thinking about Oswald. He makes me a little bit angry. But, you know, we're gonna take a step back and then we're gonna try it again another time. Where I'm not pissed off at a child because he's so slow. Even though technically it's me, I'm just really slow. Oh my god. What did I do? It's like one. What? Okay, one. In this one. And then we do another one. How many legs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. I need like so many more. Okay. Poor Oswald. Yeah, but you know what? Oswald, I do feel bad for him, but also I'm like, dude, just give up maybe. Maybe you don't need your dad. That sounds so horrible, actually. No, I feel bad for Oswald. Just like... He just makes me angry, because it's just me not being able to play properly. But it's cute. I do like that one a lot. That was fun. Oh my god. That already made me, like, smile more than... what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm just like so. Do you ever feel like so defeated sometimes? That's how I feel these days. It's just like defeated, a bit of a mess. I have no idea what's going on or what I'm doing, and if I'm doing it right or if I'm doing it wrong. Probably. Although that doesn't matter, but still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But at the end of the day, it's all because, like, it's hard being somebody who sees the truth of the world because you don't actually want to be a part of it or be helpful in any sense or scenario when it comes to that. Which is not good. You should always be a part of your community and the world and your lifestyle. It's just, like, kind of difficult when everything's kind of, like, showing up and just being like, hey, this actually is really stupid. And then you, like, think it to yourself and you're like, oh, this behavior is stupid. Why am I adding to it? But then that, again, is just how jobs work, and it sucks. But whatever. It doesn't matter if you are good in a game or not. As soon as you enjoy what you are doing. Last year, I'm changing mindset. I don't need to be perfect and do everything the normal way. I agree. Sorry, that was a game, and then it went into just me venting about my personal thoughts of life. But you're right. Yeah, there is no such thing as like being. It doesn't matter if you're being good at a game, but also you can take that with life, right? You know, it doesn't matter if you think that you're doing the right thing or the good, like if you're doing things that are good for your everyday. It's more just about like doing it, and as long as you're happy with it, then that's all that matters. It just sucks because we live in a world where everything is like overly crazy right now, and we don't know how to navigate it a little bit. That's more what I'm trying to get at, you know? Trying to, like, remind myself not to let it get you down is so hard. So that's what I've been feeling all week. I've just been like, shit, dude. It's crazy out here. That's where I'm like, oh shit, yeah, let's see what that happens. But yeah, otherwise I'm doing perfectly fine. It's just, you know, those types of things tend to add up after a while. I don't think this is going to be enough space for all the legs that they're trying to get me to do. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many legs does an octopus have? 8. I know very well. Last 20 years have been really difficult for me. I barely remember a time where I've been great, but as I say, I'm changing mindset. That's a great way of looking at it. I'm very sorry that that has happened to you. Yeah. You're right, though. It's about changing mindset. It's just, like, hard to change mindset when you're in it. But you're right. I'm sorry. I hope that, like, that sort of change has been getting a bit better for you. I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting myself into a bunch of, like, end things, you know? It is getting better. Okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I just feel like I'm getting myself into scenarios that are putting me in a deadlock. Like, how to explain it? Like, it's hitting a brick wall, like I'm at the end point, and I don't know where to go from there because I keep trying other things and it's just, like, not working through. And I understand the point of that is to push through and, like, or is it? Is it the point to just, like, let it go and see what happens? But then letting it go and seeing it happen is very difficult when you live in this type of world where it's really fucking crazy right now. But yeah, I would love to have a bit of, like, insight on your point of changing mindset. Like, what does that mean or entail? I guess. Oh, okay. Shit. So I need to do one more. Cool. I'm supposed to do how many legs? 8 legs? I'm not going to be able to do 8 legs. That's crazy. know, it's just weird. It is about, like, do you just keep pushing and trying to get the answer, or do you just let it go? And I feel like I've been letting it go, and it's just, like, slowly becoming nothing, which is even more stressful. Who knows? I will just see how life takes me. Okay, we'll use this one next. Oh, I'm using this, actually. What is this one? What can I use that one with? Or this one. Wait. This one. So yeah, I was just like, oh, I'll just come up back on and see what I could do with it. And then now I'm here. What am I doing? Okay, 1, 2, I have 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The problem is with the modern society that we've built, the world is wrong based. Money, fame, success. We forget friends, family, or health. Those that really matter. You're so right. And also, like, we constantly keep pushing ourselves to meet these demands, and it messes with our mental state so badly that we always think that, oh, it must be us, but it is the system at hand. You're right. I live in, like, one of the worst provinces in Canada, because we have such a terrible political system that pretty much has delved us into a massive hole where there's, like, no jobs in our province, and barely our healthcare system actually has gone lower every year since COVID, and he just took away our grant funds for schools and was pretty much like, guys, just gonna have to deal with it yourself. And, you know, it's just so fucked. And then, like, I just lost my job that just happened after a year of losing my last job again. And the last one before that committed tax fraud, and this one is pretty much filing for bankruptcy at this point. So I was like, fuck, dude. World's crazy. But you're right, it's, like, all based off of money. And, like, when I look at those two jobs and I look at the people who run it, that's based off of ego and pride. And it's just, we keep putting ourselves in these positions where we need to fit a certain criteria, we need to follow the standards that have been set for us, even though those standards are not accurate, and then we treat ourselves like, how dare we not match that, and how dare we fall past that, like, where did we go wrong? And you're, like, sorry, I don't mean to, like, go off of your thing, but it's kind of like hitting that point when before, at the beginning of the stream, I was kind of just feeling like, shit, dude. I keep putting myself in these roadblocks because I'm constantly talking about the problems that we have and standing up for those problems and, like, being honest about them. And sure, yeah, I could be more empathetic towards it, but also, how far does something go? Like, with the job that just happened, like, how many times can you tell somebody, like, hey, this is not working, let's, like, try and figure out a solution, or, like, hey, maybe it's time that we end this, and then it just becomes a big thing, and it's, like, gets to a point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm too young, and I'm like, sure, I don't know what I'm talking about, totally, even though you're failing the business, and also on top of that, you're putting everyone with you in this hole, and then leaving, even though they said I was getting an ROE and stuff, right, for EI, leaving, I don't know, it felt like I did something wrong, and I was just like, shit, sure, I could have been, like, nicer to this person, but also, I was like, I didn't even say anything that, well, I did say some harmful things, but also it's just like, shit, dude, I don't know. It's just, I keep going at myself being like, why am I talking and putting myself in these positions that usually my parents would also be like, hey, you're digging yourself into a hole and you should probably just mind your business and stay low. But then again, like, how will anything ever, like, change if we constantly keep living in this life cycle? And I get it, it's not their fault, it's the way that the world has worked for so long because of those stupid fucking people, and then now we have to just, like, act as if it's normal. I don't know, and then blame me and myself and my own problems because, and my own anger because of how the system is run, but we put it on other people. I don't know, that's where I feel a little bit guilty too. Sorry, this is becoming like a bit of a moment and probably me dumping trauma and shit, but it's good to, like, talk about these things, right? We need to be way more open and understand that this is going to be what our world is. We're hitting the sirens, know that it's accurate. Thank you, but it's also kind of like, fuck. Did I put myself in this position because it was just how it is? Or I couldn't put my head down because of just all the shit that was going down. But then now it's like, what's the position that I'm in now? I don't know. It's weird. We need to start, like, really honing in on the fact that all of the stuff that we've always believed is not real, or it's not actually functioning really well, and it's only functioning for a certain amount of people. And I feel like we're in a spot in this world where we're actually really starting to notice that, which is really good, but also, like, how long will it take until we get that? And that's why I'm like, when people say, oh, what's the point, the world's ending anyways, but, like, where did that feeling come from? Like, we say, oh yeah, the world's ending anyways, like, what's the point, like, our world is falling apart and it's dying, and it's like, okay, so we're just gonna give up then? And we're just, like, gonna all be, like, sad? Isn't that, like, what they want you to think? When the future hasn't really even happened yet. The future is just one thing that is going to happen, and all we can do is just, like, live our lives, and if we change and do little things within the community, or, like, within the people that we hang out with and all of this other stuff, like, that can already change so much. It's just we're so stuck in, like, a sad, darker mentality of it's not going to change at all, and that's really scary. So I don't know, the mind is very weird, and they've definitely done something to us where we definitely feel small and like we don't deserve good things, or we always need to struggle in order to be free or be happy, and we've kind of lost a sense of who we are as people and as human beings, and, like, what our purpose is. And I don't know, it's just getting really weird. That's why when people always tell me, oh, it's gonna end, like, what was it, there was, like, this thing where my bar regulars, they're all in film, and they've been in the film industry for a very long time, and they're just, like, diminishing, like, they're so upset with everything, and, like, it's all falling apart and it's dead, and it's like, well, sure. And now it's like the whole AI thing. They're like, yeah, now we have AI, so we don't have to do anything. I'm like, okay, well, that's your generation and your perspective. Your generation is one thing out of many people that are up and coming. So it's like, you could say that the whole industry is going to die, because it is. It's a dying thing, but it grows and becomes something different, because we still, as people, like to have these things now because we're so accustomed to it. It's just how we choose to work with it. Like, for example, when we talk about the music industry and how that's changed, like, we always, like, the labels used to always make the character and, like, advertise the person, and that's why a lot of their music isn't really good music, but that it's, like, how it is and how it was. And now we know that that's even more fucked up with the files, that they did that on purpose. Anyways, but now you see like artists just making it and producing it by themselves or with other people and not with a label. And then you start to realize like Chaperone did that. She didn't really have a label. She just made her music. Same as Doechii. Doechii made the music and then she got the label. And then they built themselves. It's more like we're trying to differentiate away from the old way, and we're creating something new. It's just a slower process, and a lot of people create backlash with it. I don't know, it's weird. We need to be a bit more paying attention to these things, I think. And we need to stop being so, like, pessimistic, because that's what they want from us. So, yeah. Sorry. It's like I've learned this over the past 5 years, all of the same things, and now it's just coming up to the surface, and it's like, oh my god, I told you guys so, I told the world, or not I told you so, but I knew this was gonna happen, because we've been seeing this for so long, that they've never worked out in the anyways, and it's actually, like, made people really negative and sad and toxic, and we don't need to be that at all. Just our mental health is built that way because it's how we were built as a society, as people. It's depressing. That's true. It's only a matter of time until we see what really happens or goes down. I think I'm just getting antsy because I always say it's a matter of time and then nothing really fully happens in the way that I expect it to, which is already an issue in itself. You should never assume what should be happening or what shouldn't be happening, because life just doesn't work that way. But it does, like, suck when you're, like, living it, you know? And you're like, why? Why? So we'll see. I'm supposed to go to a drag show tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna go. Maybe I should, because I'm very, like, what's the word? Negative today. But we'll see, we'll see. I think I'm just, like, getting a little bit weird. Okay, by the way, this is what we've gotten so far for this guy. He's doing pretty good. We're getting there, we're getting there. With all of his arms. I like his little eyes, they're kind of weird. Oh, it's an octopus with many different colored legs. We need 2 more legs, though. Will I have enough space? I think I will. I just need more colors. Which I'm kind of running out of. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this. I feel like I want to make this into like a rabbit or something. What do I have? More yellow. I don't really want to use you. There's this one, but it's so crazy detached from everything that I don't even know where I would start. And it's thin. So many extras. You can make a sextopus. It's okay. That's true. Also, sorry if it sounds like I'm being depressing or if I'm sad. I'm a person that's like very much connected to my feelings in the flow state, so I don't even think it's like that bad. But if I'm being a downer towards people, let me know. I'm trying to work on that. Trying to make it fun, but also sometimes it's good to have reflective moments, and I feel like today's a reflective day. Okay, I have this white. I could just use this. A white arm. I definitely, like, should have taken a power walk today to get rid of my angst, you know? Power walks are helpful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I wonder what one to make next if we're on the sea creature route. Like, what would I even figure out at this point? Okay, this way. This way. This way. Come on. Let's go, let's go. Awesome. Fix this one, insert here, and then this way, and then one more. What one will I do for the last one? Even when it's cold outside, the chill air on your face makes you feel alive. Definitely the connection with nature has magical healing powers. I definitely agree. Also, like, ever since, I find that, like, even when it's, like, let's say go for a walk, too, it kind of just, like, de-stresses because you're not thinking about it, or you're, like, walking into a point where you're, like, oh, okay, I could move forward with it, right? That's how I feel, anyways, so that's kind of where I'm working, you know? You just gotta slowly work into that and then move it out of your body and your system, and then it will work out. Just a matter of, like, figuring it out, I guess. Okay, one more! And then I think we just close them up and, like, stuff it. One more! Go to the red. It's so thin that I'm like, what else do I add it to? This one? Dude, also, so I've never seen, even when it's cold outside, the chiller on your face makes you feel alive. I agree. I've never seen the truck that takes away the snow, but I finally saw it, and it was really cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. With no context, that sounds crazy. In our city, we have, like, trucks that take away the snow piles on our street, and I was up late last night, and I finally saw them. It was kind of cool. They're really big, and they kind of just, like, take this big frickin' machinery and scoop up all the snow and then put it somewhere else in the other side of the street, or like it put it on the bay next, like, across the street. It's kind of cool. And then what else was I gonna say? Where did that go? I feel like I'm in a period of pause right now, and I don't know why. Woo. Do you ever feel that, like, sometimes the world... we don't have snow every year, at least in the town, but as said, I prefer warm summer with more Me too. I prefer the summer way more than the winter. Even though I live in Canada, I just prefer it way more. So I understand you. I just found out why they wanted me to do a side crochet and not the full thing, because I think I fucked myself over. Oh well. We'll see. We'll just keep working at it and see how far it gets me. Cool. So we got all the arms, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 arms. Awesome. Now we just have to like actually put them together. Which this is the part I didn't think through at all. And then when they said do the stitching as if it's like one side, didn't even think about why. Now I understand why. We're gonna go this way, up, and then 1, and then this one. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna just skip them and just move to the next one. Cool. Skip that one. Go to the next one. Okay, cool. Skip to this guy. Skip to this one. I trust you on this. I'm positive you're gonna manage to do it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also a summer person. I miss it so bad. Always feel like 10 times better in the summer. Like the sun, it completely turns me into a different person. But we don't have that right now. We only have the winter. Okay. It's so cute, this little tiny arm, because it's the really thin one is so funny. Okay, and then this side, here. There. And then, awesome. We're gonna just like stick all these little like leftovers inside his body, and then we're gonna fill him up. Cool. Hello, how are you? Oh my god, you're here today. Damn. So, you kind of missed it a bit. I didn't play Plague's Tale yesterday, but I did end up playing Into the Pit, and I did lose it a little bit. So, we're only in the half. Why is that one broken? And then a happy one? How does that work? But I was playing Into the Pit yesterday. First off, I thought it was the one where you actually, like... I just woke up because of work. Oh, yeah, true. How's that going? Crazy. Yeah, I was playing Into the Pit thinking it was the other one, but it was not that one. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. We're only halfway through the game, I think. Actually, there wasn't a progress bar. I wonder how far I'm actually in that game. But I wanted to wait to play A Plague's Tale while you were actually available. Because I didn't want to just play it and then, like, I know that you're the one that gave me the whole the whole thing, so I was like, oh, I want to wait for you. But it's alright. I hope work's going well for you. I hope that it's, like, working out, even though it sounded kind of crazy when I was texting you. No. What? What? What did I do? What did I say? I thought Into the Pit was the one where they're like really hyper realistic, but this one's like not at all, and I'm kind of happy that it's not what I was expecting. Making his head really big, thinking nice. The client is not concerned at all. Really? Wait, so you like worked hard but the client didn't like care, or didn't like, you put in all that effort and then they were just like, yeah, whatever? Strange. I could see that. And I woke up after 2 hours sleep. Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. I'm sorry that happened. But it really seems like we're all just going through it. Trying to like stuff this freaking guy. Fit inside him. That sounds wrong. Okay. He's in pretty good shape. I think he's in pretty good shape. Okay, so let me just skip over some of these. My thing works, even when my computer's not on. Interesting. I woke up, at least I got to talk with you. That's so true. Oh, I love that email. Yeah, I just want to like text you and see how you're doing and where you were at and if it was okay. It seemed like a quiet week. But yeah, I'm sorry that work is like crazy. That's so stupid. Okay. I think we finished him. We have made the octopus. Now we just need to give him a name. We have Marco the shark. Now it's just about what we want to name him. Nice. And then we just have to keep pushing that into his body. It's okay, you didn't miss much anyways in this stream. Well, you didn't miss much in the last... No, we had fun in the last 2 streams. It was good. It was just more like gaming. And, yeah... I'm excited to play the rest of that game, but I'm also like, I'm okay to take a second. Today's probably going to be like a chill, less kind of day because I'm really feeling out of it. Oh, I fucked up the legs. Oops, my bad. Okay, so what I did wrong, but he still looks really cute, don't you think? Those are his eyes. These are his arms, legs. So what I forgot to do was when I was doing the spirals, so like this one for example, it's all like, right? I forgot to do that with all the other ones. So I only have like 3 that are spirally, and then all the rest are like weirdly long. Like this one, it's kind of like a tail a little bit. It's weirdly long, but I kind of like it. Anyways, and then we have like the skinny one. This one's probably growing, right? Because they can like grow their arms and legs back. I think that's a thing. But yeah, we gotta name him. We gotta figure out a name. Do we match it like to Marco, or do we do something else? It is funny that you guys picked Marco as a name. I like it. It's perfect. Awesome. Okay, great. I think so too. I think he's really cute. What was I saying? Oh, it's kind of funny that you guys picked Marco because I actually have a friend named Marco and he works at this bar and I thought that was so funny. I was like, oh, you're really picking that. So we gotta come up with a new name for this guy. Oh, what I was trying to say is that, like, if he is named that, Marco, maybe name him after the other guys at the bar, or, I don't know. He's giving Timmy vibes. Like little Timmy. He is very weird. I kind of enjoy him, though. He has such a funny head. And then the question is, what's the next one that we do? Right? Right. Name it Fernando. Fernando's good. I like Fernando. Okay, his name is Fernando now. Fernando the Octopus. And we'll put him up on the shelf with the other one. I want to try octopus. Like the food? I've never... Oh, that's a lie. Calamari. Personally, or is calamari squid? I've never tried that, but also we're not going to let him here at all. Because he's a very intelligent creature and probably an alien, but it's okay. I've never actually tried octopus. I think like octopus and like squid, or is calamari squid or octopus? I don't know. I think it's too like chewy or like elasticy, and I hate that. Like I don't like textures all that much. Like Jello and pudding, custard. So yeah, I don't know. Is that like a specific? I'm trying to remember if it is that or if it's not that. I think it is that, but they are tasty. I believe it's better on a grill. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Because, like, calamari is a fried dish, and it's gross. So I feel like if you put it in, like, if you grill it, it's different. Or, like, when they put it on sushi, like, I've tried it on sushi before, and I was like, whoa. But it was still gummy. So as long as, like, the grill doesn't make it gummy, then I think it's fine. We are not eating Fernando. Shush. His little ears. Does he even have ears? Do you have ears? Do octopus have ears? What a great question. Do octopi have ears? They do not have ears, so he cannot hear you. He could get your vibration. They have great touch, that's true. That is very accurate. He's good at vibrational stuff, but yeah, you're right. He does not have any ears. Good. He did not have to hear or see you say that at all. It's so sad. This poor little guy. What is that? Is that like a capybara? Oh no, it's a person's face. Capybara, it's actually just a person's face. It's crazy. Okay. Alright, so then what do we do now? Okay, I do like that one a lot. Are those like common emotes, or is it somebody that you follow? Common. Okay, cool. I always gotta figure out what is the watching, like, what is it called? What is it called? I need to figure out where these emotes come from, and I need to understand the list of which there are emotes available. I would like to know. This is not common. I like that one. The one that's like this. That one's cool. There's a lot of creative ones. I can't wait until we get affiliate and then we'll have some emotes. I don't know what they will be. I know that, like I said, that when we get the affiliate, we'll just like pick random. We'll make some, and you guys get to decide. But I have no idea what we'll be doing. But it'd be kind of cool. I'm excited for that when that happens. That and channel bits. Channel bits are gonna be fun. I like that. But it's, oh, I'm trying to see it. Like, so close. It's actually better to see it on my phone than on my on my computer, which is very strange. Okay. So we finished Fernando. Fernando is going to sit right over here. He's just gonna watch. She is also a full streamer. The one that's like this. What's their name? That'd be cool to check them out. Okay, we need to come up with a new creature to finish the sea creature thing. Jinichi. Okay, cool. I'll look her up. Let me look her up. Jinichi. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Follow. Yeah, we're looking for another sea creature. We might as well keep going. I'm trying to find one. Squid, but the squid looks too similar. Sea creature, crochet. Sea creature, crochet. Or we make a bunny with the fuzzy stuff, but I'm just gonna see. Interesting. There's a crochet goldfish. It's very pretty. We did, like, I don't want to do a whale or squid because it's kind of similar to what we have. So you need to come up with something else. There's a lobster, a goldfish, a lobster, a baby seal, or a turtle. What do you guys think? My client is ignoring me as in the client. Oh, are you like you want me to do a starfish? Ooh, I think I could do a starfish. That'd be interesting. The client is ignoring me as if it's my responsibility to update code. Oh fuck. I'm sorry that's happening. How dare they? Starfish crochet. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, it's kind of cute. Okay, we can do that. It's cute. I like him. Oh, it's a lot of talking in this video. It's not like a written pattern. Okay. You don't get to see what he looks like, but I will do it, and then later you'll see. To make a magic circle, put the yarn at the base. So now we know what a magic circle is, guys, right? Oh, what? The magic circle. We've been doing this for how many years? Crocheting how much? We still don't know. What is happening? Black magic. It kind of is. I agree. It is kind of black magic, like. I don't know either what, okay, fine. We're gonna try it again, and then we'll see. Okay, so magic circle is when you put it over your fingers like this, which is what we did for both of the last creatures. You put it through, which is what we usually do, right? And then instead of turning it into a chain, there's a circle now, right? There's a circle. And then now we're in the magic circle. Boom. And then you just keep building on it. Kind of explaining it, but I just want to know how many stitches I need. How many stitches do I need? Come on, just give me the answer. Okay, we know that, we know that. Okay, chain 1 and secure the top with some pushers, put your left to the chain, and begun working in the round so you can do whatever you want. Single crochet 6 into the magic ring to make a single crochet. Okay. No words. You made a circle and now you have it. So we need to do 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then now that you did this part, maybe this color's not gonna go well for what I want. We're gonna change it. Fire. Don't play with fire, people. That's not good. Okay. And it smells crazy when you play with fire with yarn. That was so gross. But don't play with fire, kids. It's bad for you. Okay. Cool. So we pretty much fixed that. And then essentially what you're going to do is you're going to try to like secure it. So you're going to turn it into a circle this way. And then there you go. You have this magic circle with 6 stitches. And then you slip stitch and you do 1. And it kind of looks like this. That is the way. Okay, I don't need to, tell me. Single crochet increase in each of the digits, so it's just going to begin by working into that very first stitch. So you're going to insert your hook to the top of the first. I did that, and you did for round number 1, okay? Alright. One more single crochet in that same stitch, so insert again. So there's 2. 1, 2. Cool. And then same stitch. Each of the stitches. I love how it's just kind of all mixed match. Okay, so then just like 2 doubles in it. 1 and 2. Or 2 singles in it. I'm just saying doubles because it sounds fun. 1, 2. You probably could hear outside like crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bless me, I'm sorry. My throat's a little dry today. Oh my god. Yeah, that's how I feel, like a coughing baby. Okay. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we go and insert the stitch into this one again. Because 6 times 2 is 12. Is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm right. I know math. I know what I'm doing. Cool. It's dry today. Okay, girl, tell me what's next. $12 stitches. So I'm going to do a quick count of 12. And now I'm going to loop it back into your hook. Wait. It's a single crochet. Yeah. Move your stitch marker. Okay. Some people use stitch markers if you can't tell. Valentine's week is over. What's up about Valentine's Day? Yeah, I think it is. Is it? Did it count for like last week or was it this week? Like it's just it started on the Saturday, like it's on the Saturday, so I feel like it ended and is part of last week, sadly. I don't know. I didn't really celebrate. I did my own thing. So a single crochet and then a double. 1, 2, then 1, then 2. And then 1, and then 2. I hope it's over. Aw, that's sad. I understand though. It's not for everybody. Oh, Tuffy. The color choice change was actually really smart. It's kind of pretty now. Do 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 do. But I hope that you had a good weekend. Otherwise, Valentine's Day doesn't mean you have to not enjoy it. When am I getting married? That's really funny. You should ask. Do I have to? Like, do I need to? Do I have to, though? Like, it just seems like it's a lot of work. It's very much a hassle. To count the rounds, no, for 18 stitches at the end of the round number. Okay, cool. It is a hassle, you know? It just seems like a lot of work and something you really have to prepare yourself or sign up for. I give everybody who just decides to get married just like out of willy-nilly without thinking, like I really pray for them. I wonder how they get like such chill ability to do that, where I feel like for me that's so far out there. And two, like it's just a contract most of the time. Like sure, there's the like loving part of it, which is really sweet, and don't get me wrong, it's like really nice and I'm not against that. It's just like, why is there a contract? And where did that even come from? And the contract is kind of just based off of property, because most women were considered property throughout their whole entire lives. So it's like, oh shit, am I signing myself up as and they are now a property owner? Crazy. We should really like change our stuff behind it, you know? I like court marriages, prenup. Oh, true, that is a thing, isn't that? And then I don't know, and then you're like stuck with somebody, and then you could get a divorce, but then divorce is also expensive, and it's like you really have to really be with that person and like want to be with them, which is totally valid. Like I get that feeling all the time when I meet that person, but also it's like a lot more than what we usually expect or like what we're thinking, and then we realize, oh, long-term relationships are actually really kind of hard, and then you freak yourself out and you're like, oh, am I even doing this right? And then that kind of like ruins the whole thing, because you're now constantly like questioning everything, and then you're like, oh, am I even like, is this what I want? And then you start getting like stir crazy, and you start thinking about all the things that are happening, and it's just, you know, life is very weird like that. Was that an answer? I don't think that was an answer, but I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. Okay, I have thought about it, but not like in such an extreme way of wanting to do it, you know? It's a bit different. So single crochet in the first 2 stitches. Okay. You're going to begin making the arms. So if you could see, you have laid out, which look like a curl in a little bit, but don't worry. We're going to make his arms. So to begin the arms, you're going to do a single crochet into the first 4 stitches. So you're going to go ahead. I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have my prospects and I like do know what I want, and that is something that I want in my future, but I'm also not like willingly pursuing that. Like I rather pursue myself and pursue what I need to get done, because I'm also a person that believes like codependency is not real. Yeah, right? And like that's kind of the point of a relationship too. Not all the time are you gonna like each other, and that's just how it is. And you just kind of have to like be like, alright, I get it. I'll hang out. Will I... Like, that's a part of it. Like, I was watching this video the other day where they were saying, like, being in love is also being annoyed sometimes. And I was like, what does that mean? And then they're like, well, like, my mom would always sit at the dinner table and, like, eat, like, the noises she would make. And it was very irritating. And I would always ask my dad, why do you stay with my mom if it's, like, really irritating? And they're like, that's what love is. Like, you're choosing, even though sometimes things are irritating, you're choosing to be with them, which is very sweet. And that is love. Like, you find yourself loving those things and hating those things, and you just, like, build a life with that person, because you chose to build that life with a person. I think, like, for me, I was... What's the word? I was quite... I don't know, like, my family's pretty cool. I love my family. But... was it like an ideal thing to like see them and be like, oh yeah, this is what marriage is? I don't know. I find that like we tend to have a hyper codependency within relationships, and not like in the sense of money, but in the sense of like fear. Like we have this fear of like obviously insecurities, and like a sense of, oh, this person's going to cheat on me. What is that feeling? What is that word? Like, we're stuck in our own insecurities, so we tend to project them off into other relationships, in our relationships. And I found that that's, like, one of the biggest problems in a relationship, right? Like, we then have to have a sense of control of the person. We want to know what's going on all the time. We need to, like, know this, this, and this. Like, those are things, like, that don't really happen all the time. Trust. Yeah, but also... Trust doesn't always have to do with another person. It has to do with ourselves. Like, if we're not comfortable within ourselves, that is 100% an indicator that is going to be an issue with your relationship. Jealousy, yes, but again, that's your own self. Like, I used to be a jealous person, but then I grew into who I am now, and I learned that I am enough. So therefore, I don't really find massive jealousies. Because I know that I'm kind of like the shit now, because I treat myself like that. But I also don't treat myself in a way where it's like, I know I'm good, so therefore, whatever you do, blah, blah, blah. It's not that either. It's just like that point of understanding how you can like take a step back, look at yourself, look at your own insecurities and in depth, and those jealousies, and understand, and like trust yourself as well in those scenarios, because relationships and putting yourself out there are very hard. And you will get fucked over so many times, but I find that sometimes those fuck-ups, or, like, being fucked over is kind of just a reflection of ourselves. And, like, when we have those fuck-ups, we see clearly who that person is, but we also see clearly where our own habits lie and who we choose to go towards. And if we do not find these habits and things, we'll constantly be stuck in the same cycle. I read this really good book. It was about codependency in relationships, and why that's like the main cause for divorce is because we have, at the beginning, we fill that codependency up, and then we realize it's not actually satisfying or self-fulfilling. So then we tend to take it out, like people tend to take it out on each other during a relationship because of these things. Like, the trust of, oh, my partner's gonna go out and they're gonna do this, this, and this. But then again, like, did they ever actually show that, or is that an insecurity based on the past, or an insecurity of self? Like, I find that sometimes, like, with my friends, they tend to, like, come up with scenarios in their heads, and it's like, when did I ever put out that type of vibe where I would be that kind of person? And like, no, you didn't do that. It's just like, I think that that's gonna happen because that's what people do. I'm like, right, but also, if I'm not giving any, if I've been there and like I'm not giving any sense of that's going to happen, and I'm very communicative in what I'm doing, then there's nothing that you have to worry about. And it's better to instead of creating all these scenarios in your head, it's better to talk about them. And then that's also a good indicator that if you are unable to talk about it with this person because they are denying it and not actually communicating or listening to what you're saying and having respect for that, then that's a really big indicator that they're probably not for you. That's pretty much it. Like, they are pretty much there for themselves, which is fine. We all have that sort of mentality, but it's good to understand when you could see that clearly, right? I don't know. That's why I'm pretty chill. Like, I don't, and I'm pretty open. Like, I don't tend to, like, choose to create some type of, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do this. It's more just like, we can have those things, but we need to create a sense of boundary, structure, and communication. And if those things do not exist, therefore those things will not happen, and that is the boundary. It's like the same thing as like people saying, oh, I'm putting up a boundary, but that boundary is like pushing the person away, and it's kind of like a boundary on them, being like, you cannot be this way towards me, but that's not a boundary. A boundary is something that you choose for yourself. Like, you totally disagree. Interesting. I like that take, though. That's cool. For me, it's like, a boundary has nothing to do with pushing it onto another person. The boundary has to do with yourself. You do not feel comfortable in this scenario, you take yourself out of this scenario, or you put a boundary for yourself to make sure that you do not engage in that. It's not about how they choose to do the thing for you. It's like that. But I would like to hear your opinion. I wonder what you disagree with specifically. Trust is very hard, too. I understand that. But I think there's a difference with, like, trusting yourself towards trusting others. I think if you know what scenarios you're getting yourself into, that's more about trusting yourself and how you choose to behave in those types of scenarios and understand those other people. And if you understand and see those types of people, then you know that they're probably not the best person to trust, or they are the best person to trust. It's just about that. I'm a person who went through a really, really bad breakup. I got cheated on, but he told me that I made him crazy, which understandable. Sure, I was younger. But instead of like being upfront about it, he just decided that he cheated on me, and then he broke up with me to go with that person, but decided to put it on me, being like, oh, you're just fucking crazy, and like everything you do pretty much like made me hate you. And I was like, okay, that's wild, but sure. And that really, like, sits on you for a while. But then you start to realize, like, that was kind of a bit of a projection, even though, yes, at that age you could have done crazy things, but I really wasn't bad. I think I was just asking for, like, honesty, which, at the end of the day, that didn't exist, so I could see that. And, like, pushing somebody to get that answer is also not working. Yeah, mutual respect. That's, by my opinion, the base in a relationship. I agree. It's mutual respect. It's, like, communication. Again, like, people really need to talk and, like, really, like, see eye to eye, but that doesn't exist as well that much because we're not taught that, right? Like, it's just something that either you get or you don't get, which sucks because it affects a lot of people. But also it's good to, like, understand, hey, you need to have that mutual respect for each other in order to keep a relationship communicated, like, a relationship going well. But yeah, I don't think that, like, always being dependent on your partner in order to feel safe or comfortable always has to do with them. It also has to do with ourselves. It has to do with ourselves a lot. And I'm not blaming ourselves, I'm just saying that we also need to learn how to be a bit more secure in our own way, because we've been taught for so long that insecurity is what drives our whole society. Which is what we talked about already before. Like, insecurity, the way that we have been taught in our lives is that we just put our heads down and we just argue with each other and we don't actually ever see eye to eye, and we choose to, like, create insecurities within ourselves because people have taught us that that is the way of life, but it's not the way of life. We shouldn't have to feel this way. It's just we were initially built into this because of how our society has been running for so long. Yeah. But I love it. I want to know what you're saying by disagreement. Also, I don't know if I'll actually get the point of it, even if you put it into chat. But I like it. It's cool. I like these conversations. Yeah, I'm just taking it from what I've gained, and I am really chill. Like, I'm currently seeing somebody, and I'm like, it's cool, whatever. I'm not really, yeah, like that, I guess. Because I'm also like a person that could be like, hey. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to finish this frickin' starfish. I'll wait until you send your chat. The first 4 stitches in the single crochet where the stitch marker is, okay? So for the row number 1, you are just to do single crochet in the first stitch, and then you're going to do single crochet to the next 3. So a total of 4. So sorry, I'm not sure. Oh, that makes sense. And chain. What am I chaining now? Chain and then work around. Chain and do 4 again. Okay, interesting. Went silent. I wonder what he's cooking on in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think in relationships we need to make sacrifices. Of course. Yeah, that's normal. I think I'm confused by where the disagreement is. Maybe because I don't fully remember what it is. I understand that, yes, we have to make personal sacrifices. I think that is kind of what I'm getting at, but I also think that, like, the sacrifice comes from ourselves as much as it comes from the other person. Like, I think I'm coming from the point of view where it's like, hey, we shouldn't always put the blame on other people. We also need to look at ourselves and see where we lie, and I think that's where we tend to forget as people, or from what I see in a lot of relationships around me, is that we tend to blame the other person for the issue when we also don't look at our own perspectives and how we might be overthinking or like overreacting, and those things always come with the fact that communication needs to be involved. And then if communication isn't involved, then it just keeps spiraling and spiraling, right? That's the worst part. La la la. 4 stitches, single crochet decrease over both of these stitches. Ah, what? I fucked up. Go backwards. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it also has to do a little bit with the fact of our emotional intelligence. We're not really taught a lot about emotional intelligence. We're kind of just like, especially, well, like, men are mostly told not to deal with that at all. But I think even with women, we're not really taught that as much, so we tend to overreact as well. I think it just has to do with a bit more factors than what we think. I think, like, nowadays, life in general, so we're at a point where, well, we were really at a point where we were kind of against each other. In Western culture, marriage is often viewed as something that may not necessarily last a lifetime. That is very true. I hate that. Interesting. I think it's because we have the viewpoint of, like, we need an individual mindset, where the Eastern culture is the overall collective, which is very true. I won't marry again. Okay, cool. Interesting. I like that. But you are right. It is very different. And you don't have to agree to it either. I think it's just like the way that we've grown up and seen the world and how we've interacted. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say this thing where it's like, and sure, we can mostly be talking about Western culture because I'm from the Western side. Something that I really tend to think about. What is that? Oh. What was I gonna say? Something that I was really like thinking about before all of this like crazy shit is going down with like the US and like the Epstein issue, like that's all the internet. Before it was just like, oh, men versus women, men versus women. But then even like last year it was like that until all of this went down, and now I feel like we're a bit more collected. I will go and become in my place more treated like one time thing. Yeah, interesting. That's so cool. Yeah, here it's different. But what was I going to say? I think that we've always had the mindset of against each other when we really just need the mindset to be a part of each other, which is a bit difficult because we've never done that. But I also think that, yeah, that's cool. I like that for you guys. I wish it was like that. I guess it's just the mindset, right? And hopefully you're picking the right person. And how do you know if it's the right person or not? That's also a great question. I guess it just matters on time and patience and stuff. Where I think the Eastern culture, or like more on your end, you guys have more of like an arranged setup. I know that's probably not completely accurate for everybody. But like, you have more of a system where it's more about the arrangement than the person. But also I have no idea how that works, so I can't say. It's accurate. Okay, so I was gonna say like, how do you know it's the right person, and does that affect your relationship because you didn't choose them, or is it because you both have a mutual cultural idealism or idea that's specific towards that, so it makes it work more? Where here it's more like you choose, and if you choose, you decide how your fate a little bit. And it's kind of like those like choose your own adventure games and like hope for the best. But then again, that's based off of if we have good choices or not. I don't know, I think it's all different. That's kind of cool though. I would love to have just like the one person. Parents decide that. That's true. But how do your parents know everything about you? Sorry, I'm not trying to like get into the like be poor or misjudge it. I'm really curious because I see it work sometimes and I see it not work sometimes. So it's really interesting. And then you get like stuck or not. So that's even scarier. And like for the Western culture, right, we used to have arranged marriage, but now it's so completely different, and we've been very specific about like our marriage laws because of how many issues have come up due to those facts, right? So it's kind of like, where does that change happen, or like why do we have those? Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about that. That's your own opinion, which you probably know a lot more of. But I could see a choice, a specific set of choices and a specific ideals for these types of marriage and relationships. Because I worked for an event company doing film, and you could like see it. Like, even though it's Western here and it's Canada, you could still see it because we have so many different cultures here. So it's very like relevant that those types of arrangements and relationships can exist. Yeah, I even see that with my boss, like my old boss, and it's kind of spooky because it ain't working. I shouldn't talk shit about other people. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. My dream would be that, yeah, one person forever, right? But I also think that in the modern day, and we're so overly consuming of everything, and maybe that's our own fault, that there can be a sense of boredom, and a lot of people tend to fall into that boredom and then be destructive. I think it's just about how you choose to grow together. Arranged marriages is not that often here, but marriage is based on our religion, and our religion goes too deep, so it's not that it's just a contract, it's a sacred thing. That's really sweet too, though. And it's probably the same by pandas as well. It's about religion. It's about like your faith in how you sacredly attach yourself to somebody. I like that part of it. That's really sweet. It'd be nice to have that. It's just, who matches that? especially here, like there's so many different types of people that it's sometimes people don't see it as a spiritual thing, and some people do. I see it as a spiritual thing. I would hope that that is what it becomes of it. I think that's also why I'm very like secure in myself, and why I don't go out and specifically hunt for that, because, or like hunt to get married, because then why would if it's a sacred thing, it will just show up and it will be a part of it, and it will help benefit your life. It will not cause issues in your life. Arranged marriages. Okay, so my parents said that my brother's wife should not be. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. That goes back to De Tiradas and my conversation about classism and how our society is run. It's really sad. And I think we need to get over that a little bit, because money should be shared. It's not about like class systems. It's super stupid. Class systems only work for one type of person. So they don't think it is? They're just unaware that it is. They just think that it's a part of life. Well, then again, so this is what I'm saying. Like, we're going into a place of information, right? Like we said, we were in the information era because had a lot of technology. No, we're in like an information era where our brains are constantly thinking and like realizing that we've been asleep for so long and not like focusing on the actual issues, and like these things are really real. So like I could see how that could be a problem. I love how I was gonna make this guy and me just keep going into a spiral conversation, which is way better than what I'm saying, if I'm being honest. That's so, I get it. That's so, we have a bit of a class system issue here too. Well, we do, but it's like people still do have this sense of, because I look a certain way and because I like look like I have money, even if I don't have money, that makes me like a better person. I think that's a insecurity that we have as people, is that we choose to put ourselves on top of each other. And I don't know where this came from. I just remember it's like when I was reading Buddhist philosophy and history, they say that like people created this sense of hierarchy because it made other people feel more important than others, which then created the system of, well, like classism, and like why some people think that they're low compared to higher, and like how it became so important to our world. But it's not actually important. It's just like a way to make ourselves different from other people, which I don't understand. We're all literally the same at some point. My father's the same, but I am educating them, and I'm glad they even get a bit from my ideas. I agree. I like that. They have this saying that's like, when you grow, the people around you grow, or like the idea of the parallel. So like you go through the portals, and then those portals will follow with the people around you, so therefore your growth also benefits the growth of the people that are around you and support you. That is a good way of looking at it. So yeah, you're helping and you're like discovering a new way of seeing, and these people are also seeing it. It's just, it takes a bit more time because they're so used to a certain thing, because they didn't have the information that we do now, and we don't have the sense of conversations that we have now. But if America has their true form, they will be creating a boot camp where people have to get married to each other, and then it will just be so interesting. It'll be like The Lobster at this point, my favorite movie of all time. That's an actual thing, by the way. They're actually trying to plan that. I hope that they figure out their shit, and I hope that we all realize how stupid that is and like shut that down. But whatever. I guess we'll see how life takes us. Crazy to think that that's a thing. This world. Every time I'm just like, guys, let's just give up. But we can't give up. We have to keep going and do the things and learn and live life and see what we think about and what we decide to do. It's very strange. I will come in 10 minutes. What? Work. Oh, you're going to work. Have fun at work. Have fun. Kind of want to play Into the Pit now, but we gotta finish this freaking starfish, guys. Okay. So we did a decrease, we did the other decrease. Chain 1. And for row 3 through 5, you're going to get a single crochet into each of those stitches. So 1, 2, 3, Okay, so 3 versions. They're off to work doing their thing. I really gotta do that as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice, nice. We did it. We're getting closer. Okay, so chain and then a decrease and then it makes the star. Cool. So it's kind of starting to get there. Like that's a point, right? And then I feel like we just have to chain it and then slip stitch it and then that's it for this one. The next stitch, yarn over and then pull through. Show the 3 loops on your hook, and now you're going to yarn over and pull through the 3 loops on the hook. And now if you're struggling, okay, I'm not struggling, but my leg kind of hurts and my sock is falling off. I'm only showing my feet if you guys decide to give me a good recommendation on Foot Finder. Turn your work. And cut your yarn. Okay. Cut the yarn. Where's the fire? What? Oh, because I said that? Yeah, that's an ongoing joke when you weren't here before. When I only did this and not gaming. That was my joke. Ow. Cute! So we did 1. We're gonna do the exact same thing, but different. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? I'm like trying to figure this out, right? So I got this. That's 1 point. That's kind of cool. And now it's just like, where do I add the next part? Okay, so we worked through that stitch. We're gonna skip the next stitch, and we're gonna work in that stitch. Okay, cool. I love how I'm using words and not showing anything. You just get to watch. Yeah. So 1, 2, this one. I'm actually gonna do it this way. So if that's the one that we are working in, and then this one. Nice. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. Why is this all getting all mixed up now? Okay, yes. Then 1, 2, decrease, 1, 1, 2, oh shit, okay, let's go back. Right, so this is this one. That's 1. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, oh, and then a decrease, a decrease, a decrease, and another decrease. Right? Yeah, then this one, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, three, and then this one, this one, nice, we're done. Oh shit, there's a lot happening. Wait, whoa, let's go back. You do one arm and then something happens. Goal. Okay. Advertisements have played a significant role in shaping people's attitudes and beliefs. In India, fairness cream advertisements such as Fair and Lovely repeatedly promoted the idea that lighter skin leads to success, confidence, and better marriage prospects. Over time, repeated messages influentially social perceptions reinforce the belief that fair skin is more desirable and valuable. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know why. Like, sure. Maybe it's because, like, colonialization, is that the word? Like, white people decided to take over the world, essentially, and then made them sound like they're the coolest people ever, even though we're really not. We're just people, and we, like, pretty much killed a lot of people to get where we are, and then decided to start making us look, like, more favorable and more pretty, and then especially in, like, media has made it that way, and that's, like, really sad, too. That's really fucked up. I don't know why we think this as people. We're so stupid, but I think we're getting better. That makes it really sad. British. Yeah, the British. I know. I just said that I was a part of it. I can't run away from my heritage, so I might as well just be a part of it. Sorry, like, work towards speaking about it. Yeah. Even though I think, like, the thing that's more desirable is if, like, a person is, like, well connected to you, divide and rule. Literally, yeah, that's what it is, right? That's what we've been talking about this whole time. We divide and we rule. We divide people, we make pandemonium exist, and then we, like, run away from it as if it's not, like, actually real, but it is very real. We just, like, hide behind it most of the time. I think we're waking up, though, a little bit. And now you see all, like, the white guys looking for their... No, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because it's rude. Yeah, it's really stupid. It's like people just cannot get enough, and we need to keep fueling all these, like, stupid things in order to make ourselves feel better. It's kind of really weird. Why do we do that? That's so weird. What time is it, by the way? 4:46. Okay. Because I have to get off soon and get ready because I was gonna go out later. but I don't know if I should get off at 5 or 6. Anyways, what I was gonna say was, like, I think it's just really pathetic that we've kind of lived this life, but also we don't know better, and now I feel like we know better, so we can, like, only do so much. Have fun. Thanks. I don't know if I want to go. I'm just, like, not feeling it, you know? And then when people, like, invite you out, but it was, like, a week ago they invited you out, and you're just like, oh. And you already canceled on them twice, and it's like, I can't cancel again. Although, I could cancel again. But will I? No. What is my dream life? That's a great question. Sorry. Immediately when I say I don't want to go, then somebody else texts me to do something. Okay. My dream life. I just think I want to have fun. For context, like, my whole life I was so scared of everything. And I didn't know myself, and I really didn't like myself. So then the past few years, like, moving to the city by myself, I've really, like, grown to know me as a person. I've really healed a lot of trauma and a lot of shit that was in my life and what I was feeling about myself. And now I'm just like, I just want to have a life filled with fun and filled with people and not filled with drama and just, like, authenticity. Like, that's what I want, just, like, authenticity in my life. And I don't want to, like, try to please everybody or, like, try to, like, fulfill anybody else's needs that are, like, unhealthy, I guess. Ooh, thank you, bot. How cute are you? And then what was I gonna say? Like, I, I don't know, like, I just want to be filled with doing things, and I want, like, to enjoy my life, and, like, say that I've actually done things with my life. I hope that this becomes my career. That would be really fun. Like, I have this dream for, like, streaming, where it's not just, like, streaming. We have these moments, and we have the games, but also it'd be just cool to, like, learn how to teach online and, like, show people something different than what we're so used to. And, like, really, like, try to show people that, like, they don't have to always, compromise everything for themselves. I think that is something that I've learned over the years, just, like, helping other people learning those things, because I've been learning them on the fly. I want to be creative. And then, I don't know, like, how to explain it, like, I'm trying to, like, collect myself a little bit. Yeah, I just want to fill my life with people, and I want to just be creative, and I want to, like, keep creating all these projects that I have in my head. Like, I took time off from photography, and now I have all these ideas that I want to do, and I want to pursue things, and I want to, like, be a project manager, and, like, make a team, and, like, produce things like I used to do. I just miss those things, and, like, really being a boss in my life. I hope that one day I'll have a house, but with this economy, it's very scary. But if I were to, like, pick a home, I just want something with windows and, like, out in the middle of nowhere where it's, like, hard to find. Like, you know the house Get Out? Like, the house in Get Out where you just, like, take forever to get there? I want that. But I don't want it to be creepy. Like, that movie was fucking creepy. But, those are kind of things that I want. I want to be, like, in a good relationship where I really, like, put effort in and that effort comes back to me. I think that's what we all want, right? And that's why I think I'm very, like, specific, and I don't, like, just pick random things. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. I just like want to be exploring. That's my dream life. Exploring the world, pushing boundaries, which I already do, but like I was talking about at the beginning of this session, I was like, shit, maybe pushing boundaries is probably not always the best option because there's not a lot of reward in it that you can see right off the bat, but I really enjoy it. Oh my god, yeah, my dream is what Maya is doing. That is so true. I kind of agree, but in a different way. Like, she's a teacher, right? She teaches people and she makes people informed. Like, I want to do that, but different. Even though it's like, she has animals on her side, so I feel like she gets, that, like, works way better. Also, Siren, I'm so sad. Freaking Siren, who's my favorite, and then he passed recently, and I kind of, like, cried a lot. Those birds, like, mean so much to me. Yeah, but Maya's doing something that, like, is so incredibly insane, and she kind of just gives, like, this type of hope that anybody can really do those things as long as you stick to it and you really, like, follow through. And when you have a really good heart, like, it just shows that, like, you could do a lot with a really good heart, so I really appreciate that, I guess. And she's a bit of a trailblazer in her own way, and I don't think she realizes it. Or she does. She's a little bit cocky, isn't she? But I love that about her. I just want to see her goats again. Like, she keeps, like, showing videos of these new goats. I'm like, but where is Beetle? Where's Beetle? So yeah, I don't know. I just want to, like, make a community and, like, grow a community where we can really, like, talk about these things and, like, talk about life and have different debate conversations, a little bit like Hassan Piker, but Hassan Piker is a little bit more on the rah side. Like, I find, like, a lot of Twitch streamers are, like, very rah, which is fine, but also, like, sometimes you don't need that, and I think, like, we have good conversations here, and I hope that really, like, goes far. And also playing freaking Into the Pit, like, those types of things, that's really fun, and we can have those moments. I think it's just really good that we have those types of things, and I hope that it goes very, very far, I guess. I don't know. You know when you have, like, a calling, but the calling is just more difficult than what it means to be? I feel like when life is a bit more difficult and harder, it just makes you want it more. Because you get beat down, but you can also build yourself back up in so many different ways. Like, the amount of times I've built myself up the past, like, 5 years. And rebuilt and, like, became a new person every time without meaning to. It was so worth it. Like, I cannot look back and be like, hey, I do not like the things that I did, or, like, the things in the healing process and all that shit. Like, I can't just throw that away. That's what made me me, and I think that's really important. And I think we need to have more awareness and these conversations, because we can get really trapped in those, and the internet is a trapped place where it's a lot of information, and it's good to find the right sources. So I hope one day the dream life is to be a good source, I guess. Yeah, I hope that's good. I hope that works. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. And to get out of this apartment. I'm so stir crazy. You know when you've grown out of something completely and you just don't know how to get out of it? That's how I feel these days. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. That's my dream life. Have fun, fuck around, talk to the world, and be a part of a new world that we're growing into. And we shouldn't be scared of the future. If anything, we should be way more burning it to the ground than we already are. I think we're just so complacent right now that we don't know what to do, and we're giving Fed a lot of information and we don't know what to do with it. So yeah, I hope that can be a part of it a little bit. To say that to set the world on fire is kind of crazy, but yeah. Hasanabi? Really? You think Hasanabi's fake? I think he does well. I just think that he is a performer. I don't know who Zaharar is. Because I like Hassan. Hassan's a cool person. I like him. I just think that when you become really big and you're around a lot of people that are big like you can tend to get really stuck in it. So I think there's a little bit of a lostness maybe. But I do really, really like him. Yeah, I think he's really handsome. I think he's really tall. I like what he has to say most of the time. I like that he like gets involved in things. Like he doesn't just talk about them. He actually goes out and like is a part of rallying forces. Yeah, I think he has a good platform. Just we just need to work on that. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't watch it enough. Who's that? Husband Gold? Dude, my streamers that I know are like Maya, Westy, who I literally is like literally my friend. We just like are online friend. Who else? Sometimes Ludwig, but Ludwig also gets really annoying. I like Cutie because Cutie makes the streamer awards, and I think that's really cute. You want me to look that up? If I look it up, will I get like affected? Oh shit, I realized that this doesn't work. Okay. How do I spell that? A-S. But that's the point, right? We're not always going to be right or wrong, and we're not going to know everything. It's just like sometimes they really have it. Oh, this guy. I know this guy. I've seen his face before. Right? Like, so what you're saying right now is kind of like... I hope I'm not accidentally writing this into chat because it's really crazy. Okay. So... Sorry. Alright, let's go back to this. Brutally, both of them have opposite making. That's okay. I think, like, with people, that's why we need to stop, like, idolizing people in general, is because nobody's gonna be perfect, and you're not gonna agree with everything, right? It's okay, I can read keyboard clicking sounds. No, I don't think you wanted to see that text message I just sent. I think it's okay. So what I was gonna say was, like, somebody might like somebody and somebody might not like somebody, but they might be accurate in that sort of scenario as well, right? It's just like opinions, and I think we need to stop idolizing like celebrities, like streamers. I think it's just like something we need to see more as like they're a person, and yes, they're gonna say yes and right and wrong things. It's just they're on the internet, so therefore it's gonna be captured. But I think we're living in an age where everybody's gonna be on the internet and say crazy stuff, so it's really not gonna get any different. Yeah, I like both of them and think blank. I like both and think they are fake. Interesting. Okay. I like both and think they're fake. Wait, are you making a comment on us, or are you saying that that is your truth? Like, did I do the back and forthy thing? Just for views and money. I get that. Well, people are going to notice the difference at some point, right? It's just a matter of time. I think that's the same with, like, celebrity and, like, the, like, celebrities in the world that we live in, where we, idolize these people and, like, idolize, like, politicians and stuff, when really the politicians that are being idolized are not good. So, yeah, just for views and money. I think a little bit, but I also think that they are doing good things. Like, Hasanabi would have never... If I didn't get to know Hasanabi, then I would have never thought that I would be able to talk about certain things on the internet. But he does it. So it's like, yeah, sure, he might be fake sometimes, but at least he's doing it. You know, he might get the views and he might have the money, but he is doing it. And he's making other people think and, like, doing those things as well. So I guess it's a bit of both. Oh my god. No. He is mad rich. Like from streaming or from just in general? I think like money is a whole other topic that we need to work on. No. No. But what is it? Did he make the money or is he from money? Well then, I think if anything, the money should just go towards me, right? An unemployed girlie needs her funds. If someone else said something, they can't protect themselves. That is true. That is very true. I think that's why I'm mindful too, right? Sorry, I keep bringing it back onto me, but I also don't know another good scenario about it. But you're right. They have the money and the power, so they are able to do that. I think with growth, it just becomes that way, right? Like, where did they start? And how do you get to that point? By being a little fake? Happens. Yeah, you're right. It is how it is, right? It's just about, like, what you can do with the power you are given at that time. These are really insightful. I was not expecting to have an insightful conversation today. And it's actually really reflecting my own personal life. So thank you. And what I've been thinking about lately. So yeah. That's so good. But yeah. I don't know. It's really cool. I'm glad there are these conversations. I blame the USA. We all should blame the USA. No, not the people. Just like the people that are horrible and have pretty much run everything for a very, very long time and have made this shit bad. I was sleeping. Oh no, oh no. Oh my god. Will that cancel me if I say that? Because I love America. I have a really good friend in America. I always am deeply scared for her. So, I don't know. I actually have two friends in America. What am I talking about? I'm very deeply scared for both of them. And one of them is in the tech industry. Very highly in the tech industry. So it's like, shit, girl. We love the USA. We just don't like what's going on because it's not really good. And it's happening everywhere. So I think one thing that's a catalyst is showing that we have really big problems in our world. And that one thing that's happening right now is creating bigger ripple effects into other countries. And now we're seeing really big issues. That's what's happening. But it needed... Sorry. The things that happened should have never happened. That's really fucked up. But the fact that we needed to know these things is very important. Even though it is a psychosis trap right now. And a lot of people are super, super deep in it. And it's really, really fucking sad. Like, sometimes you need those types of things. It's different, like, the people from a country and don't like the way their country deals with things. Right. Even, like, Canada. We're not good for that. We're, like... We have... well, really weird systems, and we don't have people in our government system that cares about us, and they're probably secretly in there. I have no idea. But what I can say is like, we do have things that we need to work on as well. That is crazy. I think hasn't that existed in all capacities. It's just the way that they handled it was way worse. Because I think, like, slavery came from... I don't know, I'm not going to get into that realm, I have no idea, and I do not have any sense to speak on that. I think it's really wrong. And we're going back to that place, which is even worse. So, yeah, I don't know, that's really crazy. It's really sad. And the fact that they want to rewrite history and act like it doesn't exist, or act like we could do it again, is really sad. Oh, what are we coming to, guys? What are we coming to? What is this world beginning to be? Why is there 4 viewers? And who are these viewers, and why are they not talking? Are they also here to get me as well for saying these things? We'll see. But yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna end here, unless there's anything else you want to talk about that's on topic, because I don't know if we'll ever talk about these things. Well, we'll probably talk about them again, but in a different scenario. So if you have anything else you want to add, you should add it now before I start to close up. And then tomorrow, I guess we're going back to either Into the Pit, but if you're here tomorrow, then I will play Plague for you. I know that you didn't choose that game specifically, but
I just want to play it because it's your account, and I want to make sure that I'm doing things with you there, so it doesn't seem like I'm not giving good entertainment. But oh my god, can I just say, Oswald from Into the Pit is the most irritating child I've ever met. Like, every time he's like, oh, let me just go save this other kid. Let me go save this kid. Where's my dad? Let me go save another kid and go back into this pit. It's like, dude, what is happening, kid? Like, I understand you're in a tough pickle because freaking, what's his face? What's the bunny? Let's find the names. I know there's Bonnie. Let's figure this out. What are their names? Freddy, Fazbear, group, character names. Who's the one that plays my dad? He's like the fox. What is the characters? All the characters. There's so many. I still have to watch the second movie. Maybe we'll do that. I'm not allowed to stream a movie, right? But I'm allowed to Discord a movie if we do that one night. It'd be crazy. Okay. It's Foxy. No, it's not. I feel like it's Foxy. Oh, they do the games. Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I really want to play 1 and 2 really badly. So that will happen at some point. I really, really wanted to play number 5, the sister location characters. Like, that one was really fucking weird. Is that one? No, what am I thinking about? What's the one where they're like, there's like a ball pit, and then there's like the sun guy, the creepy sun guy. Oh, Security Breach. This is the one I want to play. Security Breach is the one I really want to play, cause that one's creepy, and it's really fucking hard. Like the sunrise and the moon drop. That one's scary. Oswald, yeah. Oswald pisses me off. They don't have a character list for this one. Okay, so Into the Pit character list. Oswald, Spring Bonnie, Eleanor. Oswald's life. That's still not an actual list. No, Oswald pisses me off because he's so slow and he does not react to things as fast as it should be. And sure, that's my fault as the gamer because I do not know how to play games that well. And also my headset doesn't work, so it kind of fucked there. But otherwise, I have an issue with Oswald, okay? He makes me angry. I'm trying to find these characters, but there's no names. The FNAF characters. Okay, I can't get it. But whoever plays my dad, he's kind of scary. And then there's Bonnie, and then there's Chica, and Chica follows you. I think it's Spring Bonnie. And then the Blue Bonnie is scary. There is a game. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, tomorrow we'll play Plague. I'm gonna try to get my headphones to work, but I don't think they will. So if Plague has to do with headphones, then we are fucked, guys. I'm not gonna know what's going on, but you guys will. You'll hear everything. I've been playing Into the Pit with no audio, and I've been like, why is this person just randomly showing up? If I could hear them, I would know that they were right behind me, but no. Alright. I'm gonna head out, and I have some work to do. So I will see you guys tomorrow, alright? And I'll start around 2, okay? 2. Alright, I'll see ya. Bye! Unless I get, like, murdered for saying things. Let's see. Bye!